Okay, today we're going to be dealing with optical character recognition, or OCR. And you can enable OCR in Data Conversion Tool by a simple one-click item. Okay, if you want to know what optical character recognition is, you can go to Wikipedia and it'll tell you what they say. Basically, it's the ability to turn raster images into text. So the machine goes out there and determines text, and it saves it to textual images. So what does OCR do for you? Basically, if we open up this collection that we have on Riscarta Web, it's just a little sample, but it's got Harper's Magazine and newspapers and photographs and postcards and Scientific Americans and videos and sound and all that good stuff that you expect. Anyway, if we do a search, and I work for the word STEAM, S-T-A-M, and I search, we'd kind of expect that to be in Harper's Magazine from the 1800s, and we would expect it to be in, oh, there's a newspaper from 1971, says STEAM, but there's not much else. And if we go back to our title list, we've got all these Scientific Americans from the 1850s, and there should be things about steam engines and steam power and everything else. So why didn't we find anything here? Well, if we go to a page of the Scientific American and we look around, we can zoom up and move around here. This is an image, and if I go to our clipboard here and if I pull this open, you'll see that it finds nothing, because this is simply an image-only representation. If we go to Harper's Magazine, and we go here, pick one up, and go to a page in Harper's Magazine, and go to our text clipper and pick that up, you'll see that it has text in it. So this item has been optical character recognized. So it was optically recognized, it has text. And what does that mean? Well, when we did the conversion, these Harper's Magazines were originally PDF files, which were run through an OCR package. So they were scanned to TIFF, run through an OCR package. Somebody made PDFs out of them. And if you open the PDF, you can select text. Let me open up a notepad here so I can paste it here. And you'll see that the PDF actually contains text. Now, not all PDFs do contain text, but these were from TIFFs to PDF run through an OCR package. Okay? Now, so if we convert these using the data conversion tool, we don't have to re-OCR them. They'll just run and it'll extract the text from the PDF file. Now, in the case of the TIFFs from the American Scientific American, these are actual TIFF files, which are images only. In other words, they were scanned. And if I open this with a viewer here, click this open. Because they're images only, we can zoom up, we can read them humanly, but there is no text. You can't select text. All you can do is look at the rasters and the pixels on the page. All right. So when we converted these, we took some from TIFF without running OCR, and we took some from PDFs which had text, and they were extracted. So let's go get these Scientific Americans. Now, I'm actually going to redo the Scientific Americans that we already did. So this is a Riscarta collection, and I'm going to enable OCR, and I'm going to write them back to another location. So I'm reading from D Riscarta data, and I'm writing to C RC data 01. Now, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because to OCR 400 pages of 11 by 17 size, ledger size pages, running them through OCR on my little i3 machine is going to take a while. So this one started out, and it started out as at 12:19, and it took till almost 3 o'clock to do the first issue. You can see that on the side here. So it's taken about 2.5 hours to do the 400 pages. And if you had a lot of newspapers, you just let them run overnight if you want to. But again, what we're doing here is we've got a collection. We're going to open this back up on my D res carta. So I've already put these into my collection, but I'm going to take them back out. So Scientific American, take these three and delete these because these are the TIFF only, image only representations of the Scientific American. Okay, so I'm going to save this collection. And I'll run the indexer quick, it'll delete them. So now what we have over here on the D drive is we have these three that do not have optical character recognition. And over on the C drive, we have these Scientific Americans, 1, 2, 3 of them, that do have the optical character recognition text. All right, so what do we have to do here now? Again, you won't be able to see any difference because they're both TIFFs. The text is embedded into the file, so they won't look any different. They won't smell any different. They've got the same res carta IDs, so you don't have to, if someone was already linked to these through your website, they'll get the same identifier back, so that people will be able to, if they have web linked to these pages, they'll be able to get right back to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the D data, DRC data 1 Scientific Americans. I'm going to select these and delete them. And almost deletes them. We'll say try again. And we'll say skip. The reason why this one won't delete this file is because we still have the collection manager opened, so it's still on Scientific American. So if I move it off that collection, it will release that file, and I can delete the final TIFF file. And we'll go up one directory and delete this directory itself. Whoop. Delete, yes. And then I'm going to take these three and drag them over here and copy them. So I'm going to copy the data that we converted with OCR onto the D drive. So the D drive is where my archive is. The C drive is where my kind of work in progress stuff is. So as we copy this across, they're going to be in the same Scientific American subdirectory, the same 1, 2, 3 subs under that. So they'll have the same res carta IDs. Now, what we have to do is we have to put them back into the collection. So we're going to go over here and reopen our collection manager. Here it is. And go back to File, close it, File, open it, and DRC data 01. And now I'm going to pick the Scientific American collection, say plus, and go grab these three here. Now, nothing looks much different, but we know that internally these files have changed. I'm going to save the collections data and exit. And because we made changes again, like when we removed them, we index quickly. Here we're going to do another index, and this will take just a little bit longer because these are 400-page, 11 by 17 issues. So to recap, what we've done is pulled the data from that has been OCR'd back into our archive, and we have added them back into the collection manager, and we're indexing this now, so it's not only indexing the metadata, but it's also indexing the full text of these Scientific Americans. Okay, this is just about done. Give it another couple of seconds here. This is doing this real time, by the way. So here we are. Took lapse time about 1 minute and 18 seconds. All right. So if we browse our collections, we've got collections now. The Scientific Americans still show up because we haven't changed the thumbnails or anything, and it's in the same location. But we're going to reload the data. We're going to go into server administration. We're going to reload the data so it rereads that index. So now if I do a search for Steam, I pull it up, and the very first ones are Scientific American, which we would assume this should have happened because we have many Steam items inside of the Scientific Americans from the 1859s. Okay, and if we select text now, it pops up and we actually have text, and there we go. So there we are. That's how we do it. Boom.